Thanks for tuning in to 104.3 The Capital. In today's episode of The Advocates, we talk about an amazing woman who patrols the forest. Hazel Clyde Cervantes, a member of the Mandaya Tonggo ng Kagulangan Forest Guards in Katiil, Davao Oriental, is one of 119 dedicated guardians across 11 Certificate of Ancestral Domain titles supported by Kennemer Eco Solutions, or CanEco, and deputized by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Since June 2023, these forest guards have navigated rugged terrain to patrol ancestral lands, investigate signs of deforestation, monitor biodiversity, and raise awareness about forest protection through community education. This is Rochelle Rubio, and this is The Advocates, Empowering Voices. In the remote wilderness of Katiil, Davao Oriental, where the forest stretches endlessly and the silence is broken only by the rustle of leaves and distant calls of wildlife, one woman leads a group of men. They are forest guards. Together, they patrol the dense terrain on foot for hours, braving steep slopes, unpredictable weather, and the ever-present threat of illegal loggers. At their helm is 32-year-old Hazel Clyde Cervantes, a proud member of the Mandaya tribe, the only female forest guard in her community and the leader of the team. This is her story.
Pumupunta po kami sa bundok para ma-monitor po yung mga lamang gubat, yung kagubatan, mga punong kahoy, wild animals. Ano po sila, hindi sila maano sa kaingin. Tampong forest guard, nag-iisang babae. Ako yun. Kasama namin ang taga forest protection po, sila sir. Di ko na maisa-isa.
Hazel and her team of forest guards are on constant watch, making sure the traditional practice of kaingin, a method of slash and burn farming used to clear land for crops, is carefully regulated and confined to designated areas where it won't harm the ecosystem. But that's only one part of her mission. From tracking down illegal loggers to educating local communities about sustainable land use, Hazel's role goes far beyond patrol. She is protector, guide, and bridge between nature and people.
Inaano po namin yung mga nakatira doon, inukumbinsi kung ano yung pwede na hindi maano yung kagubatan, yung parang madahan-dahan lang siya
Forest guards like Hazel play a vital role in protecting the forest. They patrol and monitor vast forested areas to prevent and respond to illegal activities such as logging and kaingin or slash and burn farming. Their responsibilities also include leading reforestation efforts like tree planting, preventing and suppressing forest fires, educating communities on conservation, and reporting forest conditions and violations to authorities such as the DENR. But their mission goes beyond protecting trees and undergrowth. They also safeguard the rivers and streams that breathe life into the forest. Just how large is the territory these forest guards cover entirely on foot?
May ano po ang Katiil, may 16 barangays po na pinupuntahan namin, inaakyat yung mga bundok niya. Hindi naman po yung totally si 16 barangays, pero monitor din namin yung kahit hindi siya kadti, pinupuntahan namin kasi ando na yung sabay na yung pag-ano namin sa lamang tubig, yung mga ilog.
How did Hazel become a forest guard? It all began with her Barangay Tribal Chieftain or BTC who saw something in her and offered an opportunity that would change her life. An opportunity that would shape not just her path, but her purpose. A deep, unshakable calling to protect the environment that raised her.
Nung una, hindi ko alam kung ano yung pagiging FG, ano yung forest guard. Bali, nagsimula po talaga sa aming BTC, Barangay Tribal Chieftain po. Pinasali niya ako sa yung seminar. Doon nag-ano na may mag-ano daw sila ng forest guard. Doon ko nalaman yung si forest guard, ano ang papel ni forest guard, ano ang gagawin ni forest guard. Pinaano po nila sa amin, pinaalam, pinaintindihan po.
When Hazel was offered the position of forest guard, she hesitated at first. In her community, the role was traditionally seen as a man's job, likely because of the physical demands and risks it involves.
Okay lang ba sa kay Hazel na isa kang forest guard? Medyo ano po, nung una, hindi ko siya, kasi lalaki lahat. Din ako lang yung babae. Medyo may ano ako na, okay lang ba? Isa ako dun, mabilang sa forest guard. Sabi na, inaano nila, sir. Kaya ko kaya, mag-ano-ano man sa bundok ko, magpunta-punta sa bundok, may mga lalakarin kami malalayo.
How many hours do they spend on foot patrol each day before reaching their destination?
May 2 oras, depende po sa layo. May yung ibang lugar naman po, 30 minutes, ganyan.
It wasn't easy for Hazel to trek into the forest and speak with fellow members of the indigenous peoples community about environmental protection.
Nung una, nahirapan ako. Nahirapan ako si paakyat ng bundok. Saka di ko alam yung may maano tayo na mga tao na magagalit pag pinuntahan mo yung ano nila na hindi pa nila kabisado sino yung mga taong ito. Anong ginagawa nila dito sa ating lugar, sa ating area. Minsan, nagtataka sila bakit may mga ibang tao po na napunta sa lugar nila.
What Hazel once thought was beyond her ability has now become something she enjoys and takes pride in.
Masaya. Makakatagpo ka ng tao na mahirap pakiusapan. Naayos din, okay din. Yung akala mo, ayaw ko na, yung masasabi mo sa sarili mo, ayaw ko na bumalik dito na lugar, ayaw ko na bumalik sa lugar na to, ayaw ko na ano, sa mga taong ito kasi mahirap pakiusapan, ganyan po. Pero at the end, okay naman po. Nagkaintindihan naman.
There was a time she considered giving up, but her commitment to protecting the environment and raising awareness kept her going, giving her life a deeper sense of purpose.
Noong una po. Pero ano lang, pagsubok lang.
Hazel's job as a forest guard leader doesn't pay much. She receives a modest allowance and is provided with the necessary gear for her foot patrol missions.
May monthly allowance po at saka yung foot patrol allowance.
Being a forest guard has taught Hazel the proper ways to protect the environment. It also made her more vigilant, whereas before, she would stay silent and let others carry on, even when their actions or traditions were potentially harmful to the ecosystem.
Naano ko talaga sa trabaho ko yung paano pangalagaan ang kalikasan. Kasi yung dati, nasanay na sa pag ganon-ganon na lang, wala kang pakialam, okay lang anuhin ng ibang tao, okay lang sa'yo kasi pabayaan mo kasi sila yan, ginagawa nila yan eh. Pero iba na ngayon. Iba na nung naging forest guard po ako. Parang may pakialam na. Pagkakaingin po, una-una, at saka yung pag ano po ng mga dala na dyan po illegal logging at saka yung pag ano ng lamang tubig po. Yung mamamatay po pati yung maliliit na isda. Medisina ba yun na makapapatay siya talaga ng pati yung maliliit. Pagkakaingin na nga at saka yung sa logging.
Before becoming a forest guard, Hazel worked as a pharmacist assistant, earning more than the allowance she now receives. But the fulfillment she gets from helping protect the environment and the people living in the forest carries far greater value.
Isa po akong PA, pharmacist assistant po. Kung iano natin sa sahod, mas malaki kay pharmacy. Mas maliit pero marami akong natutulungan. Maraming natutulungan si forest guard na mga tao sa bundok po.
Aside from being the only female forest guard in their IP community, Hazel is also a wife and a mother.
Mayroon ng asawa, may isang anak po. Nagtutulungan lang po talaga.
How often do they go on foot patrol and how long do they stay in the forest to carry out their duties?
Yung mga malalayo po, 2 bisis o 3 bisis po sa isang buwan. Pero may pinupuntahan din po kami na yung like Forest Guard Hazel po, dyan na barangay, yung malalapit lang. Pinupuntahan niya yung mga sityo-sityo. Every other day po, kung anong sitio yung pupuntahan. Ganon din sila, yung ibang forest guard sa barangay na malapit sa kanila. May akyat po kami na, from 6 a.m., makakababa naman kami mga 4 p.m. po, ganyan, o mga 3 p.m., depende po sa layo.
What do they do when they receive reports of illegal logging or other activities that threaten the environment and wildlife?
Nagtutulong-tulungan naman po yung mga forest guard. Kung sino yung malapit doon na lugar, yun, ina-actionan po nila.
As the only woman leading a team of male forest guards while also balancing her responsibilities as a mother, a wife, and a part-time pharmacist assistant, Hazel faces no shortage of challenges.
Mahirap po talaga siya ang pagiging forest guard sa isang ina na nag-aaral ang anak at saka may inaano pa na trabaho yung pagiging pharmacist assistant po. Pero dahil po sa maintindihin kong partner at sa trinatrabahoan ko na din po na nakakaintindi, pag may ako sa forest guard, okay lang na hindi ako maka-duty. At saka sa mga kasama ko po sa trinatrabahoan ko na maintindihan din po. Pagiging ina na forest guard, mahirap talaga. Lalo na pag andun ka sa punto na may ah, konting away. Kung ah, ano, ah, may lakad kayo, saka may klase yung anak mo, pinagtagpi-tagpi mo yung time mo kung paano na to, hindi ko maano si partner kasi nagtampuhan kami yung ganun. Pero sa awa ng Diyos po, dahil sa maintindihin na isa't isa, ayun, naanuhan naman po. Mga forest guard po na lalaki, sila talagang tumutulak na ako ang magiging leader nila kasi nag-iisang babae po. Sabi ko, wag lang, ayaw ko kasi hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung kalakaran sa loob ng pagiging forest guard. Sabi nila, okay lang daw, magtutulong-tulungan kami, basta ako yung iano nila na leader. So, as a leader po, ginagawa ko naman po yung ina-update sila pag may lakad kami, yung sama-sama po kami lahat. May lakad, may ano po, dapat maano ko sila. Paalam ko yung mga malalayo po. Yun ang unang ginagawa po ng leader. At saka kung saang lugar tayo, dapat ahead of kwan po, malaman na namin kung anong lugar yung pupuntahan, saang lugar kami aakyat. Ini-estimate po kung anong oras hanggang lunch, hanggang dinner ba doon pa sa bundok, ganyan po. So si leader yung ano na po ng kung ano yung pangangailangan. Inaano ko na po yung mga kasamahan ko.
As a child, Hazel had to grow up quickly, taking on the responsibilities of an older sister. When her parents separated, she was forced to leave school and care for her 9-month-old sibling after their mother left. But that experience didn't break her. It shaped her into the strong woman she is today.
Yun po ang kasi sa pag-aaral, pinakamahirap na nadaanan ni FG Hazel po. Yung gustong-gusto mo talagang mag-aral pero kailangan mong mag-stop kasi po nagkahiwalay yung mama at papa ko. 9 kami magkakapatid. Panganay na babae, pangalawa ako sa 9 po at saka ako na yung nag-ano sa mga kapatid ko. After nung nagkahiwalay yung mama at papa ko po. Ate, mama, parang ganun. Kasi 15 years old na po ako nung umalis ang mama ko sa amin. Nung iniwan kami yun talaga ang pinakamahirap kasi 9 months lang kasi yung namin yung bunso nang umalis ang mama ko sa amin. Parang doon po sa karanasan kong yun sa pamilya ko, parang isa din po yun na naging matatag ako ngayon.
So how did Hazel rise above what seemed like a dark and uncertain future? How did she begin to carve a path forward and challenge the cycle of poverty she was born into? Through Alternative Learning System, a parallel learning system in the Philippines designed to provide flexible education opportunities for individuals who cannot access or finish formal schooling. It became Hazel's stepping stone to continue and complete her high school education, opening doors to new job opportunities along the way.
15 years old po, second year high school. Nag-stop ako, at saka Nagtrabaho ako, yung nag-alaga ako ng isang matanda po na na-stroke. Kinukumbinsi ako nung naging amo ko kasi siya po siyang guro. So, baka gusto mo mag-ALS, yun po. Okay ma'am, sige. Baka gusto mo pagsabayin, bigyan lang kita ng time kung may klase ka, ganyan po. Pinaano naman din niya po ako sa regular, yung sa tinuturuan niyang school. Pumapasok ako sa regular, sa gabi nag-aalaga sa mama niya, yun nga yung na-stroke. At saka sa time po na may ano yung ALS, nag-ano po ako ng exam yun sa awa ng Diyos, kapasa. So iniwan ko na yung regular class ko kasi pasado na sa ALS. Nag-ano na ako, nagtatrabaho. Sumasahod pa ako noon ng 4-5 a month. Pinapadala dito sa papa ko, sa mga kapatid ko.
What are Hazel's hopes and dreams for the future? Her mission goes beyond protecting trees. It's about conserving biodiversity, restoring fragile ecosystems, and ensuring the sustainable management of natural resources for the forest, for the rivers, and for the indigenous communities she and her fellow forest guards have vowed to protect.
Okay naman po yung mga plots, yung mga area na binomonitor namin, inaalagaan namin. Sana hindi dumating yung time na masira o maano po yung mga eryang yun. Saka po sa mga tao naman, yung mga taong nakakasalamuhan namin tuwing pumupunta po kami sa bundok, sana po dumating yung time na mabigyan po o mapuntahan sila ng mga tao kung mas nakakataas sa amin yung kaalam o yung mapaintindi po talaga sa kanila kung ano po talaga ang kahalagahan na alagaan talaga yung kalikasan.
As the only female forest guard in her area, Hazel has become a source of inspiration, encouraging other women to consider stepping into the role and taking on the challenge of protecting the forest.
Marami ma'am. Maraming nagtatanong, paano sumali dyan? Paano maging isang katulad mo na forest guard na babae, ganyan po.
Hazel is deeply grateful for the opportunities that have come her way and for those who believed and continue to believe in her strength as a woman, a leader, and a protector of the forest.
Una-una, pinapasalamatan ko, Panginoon, na hanggang ngayon hindi ako iniwan, hindi ako pinapabayaan, lalong-lalo na ang pamilya ko po. Pinapasalamatan ko ang aming BTC, si Nanay BTC, na siya yung unang nag-ano sa akin para sumali lang sa seminar. Hindi ko alam kung anong seminar nung una. Yun pala ito yung ending ngayon. Naging isang forest guard po ako. Sa mga ano po taga forest protection po sila sir. Salamat ma'am, Sir J. Pinasapasalamatan ko po sila. At ang aking buong pamilya po na hanggang ngayon nakakaintindi sa akin. Salamat.
She doesn't do this for recognition. She does it for the forest, for the life of it, for shelters, for the people it sustains, and for the generations yet to come. In a field long dominated by men, Hazel steps forward with unwavering resolve, proving that strength lies not in muscle alone, but in purpose, in passion, and in the will to protect. Hazel Clyde Cervantes is more than a forest guard. She's a mother, a leader, and a symbol of quiet strength. In the heart of Catillo's ancestral forests, she stands as a reminder that environmental stewardship knows no gender, only dedication, courage, and a deep love for the land. Pet owners, animal welfare advocates, and rescuers from private, civil society, and government sectors came together on August 24 for the Animal Lovers Heroes Walk in Intramuros, Manila. The event also marked the launch of the children's book, Pause and Compassion, which will be distributed for free to selected public schools. Organized by Miss Lalaine Danao of Tails, Trees and Seas organization, the gathering was held in early commemoration of National Heroes Day. celebrating heroes with paws and purpose, because compassion for animals is also a legacy worth honoring. The event paid tribute to the unwavering loyalty and courage of Coast Guard K9 units and their devoted handlers. It also recognized responsible pet owners and animal rescuers.
Anak po siya ng isa sa mga community cat sa GSIS. Lahat sila na-discover namin merong respiratory infection. So dinala namin sa vet, ginamot namin, kaya lang hindi na naka-recover yung iba. Si Biscuit lang po yung nabuhay. And then we decided to adopt her.
Pinapakain ko sila. Tapos pinakiusap ko po sila sa bakanteng lote habang hindi po siya nagkano. Tapos nanganganak, nasasagasahan din. Tapos ngayon po kahit na madaling araw kami umalis, bago ako umalis, pinakain ko sila. Tapos po, yung gusto ko na po silang makuha.
Nakuha namin sa rescue siya.
Kuha siya sa resort. Kakapurit lang siya nun, tsaka puro muta yung mata.
Ginamot yung mata niya.
Activities included a commemorative walk and pet blessing, ceremonies recognizing the contributions of both the handlers and their canine partners, and a free anti-rabies vaccination drive for dogs and cats by the 124th Squadron of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary.
Educate the children. Sila yung future leaders. Para pagdating ng time nila, wala nang pakalat-kalat.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Advocates, Empowering Voices. I'm Rochelle Rubio. Till next Friday, right here on 104.3 The Capital.
This is where the voices of the voiceless are heard. The Advocates, Empowering Voices, hosted by Rochelle Rubio on 104.3 The Capital.